So I'm very happy to have with me Sacha Ghiglione, who is the head of Prime Computer, IT company based in Switzerland, who's here at the NOAA conference where startups are meeting with investors and hopefully they find good relationships and support these transformations of sustainable solutions to major challenges facing our world. So Sacha, tell me, why are you here at NOAA? What are you actually showcasing? What are you going to be talking about?
Yeah, so I think it's underestimated how much CO2 emissions actually can be reduced through ICT and how much contribution to limiting waste in ICT is actually happening. And I think this can be displayed well in my pitch tomorrow, but obviously I am also looking for getting a greater network, and we're looking to for funding for our scale-up situation currently, yes.
So currently, what kind of offerings do you have in terms of sustainable IT?
Obviously, okay. Yes, we are helping companies and governments to reach their digitization and environmental goals whilst actually reducing their total cost of ownership. So basically, we do that by designing, manufacturing, and assembling IT hardware, which is completely made of recycled aluminium, which saves up to 80% energy cost. And we are a 100% climate neutral company, which means scope 1, 2, and 3. We show it is possible already today, not having any pledges for 2030 or 2070 like India. We can do it today.
Right. And you obviously, and I know you're not going to give me all the details, but you're going to be expanding your product range across other forms of devices, which is the big news that you're going to announce tomorrow, and that you're looking for backing for that. So maybe we won't go too far, but we were just talking a little bit earlier. I mean, if I had a personal computer and I, decided to move it off the table and buy a Prime computer PC, there are definitely emission reductions from that device, yeah?
Yes, yes, indeed, absolutely. So just as an individual person, you would already, our concept is avoid, reduce, and compensate, right? That's how you get climate neutral in all, and this should be the way, not just buying those carbon credits on the market, and then this is not the right way. This is not where we should go. We always should have the sustainability and design aspect at the beginning. So we avoid already up to 50% in the product itself compared to a other brand, exactly.
Yeah.
And yes, you're right. So already, only this year we launched 3 new products, and on the roadmap we have 6 more next year, including a little bit more special one where the market is crying after.
Right. Good. Let's look at perhaps what could drive this transformation of your business even faster. Is it just simply investment, or are there government policies that could make things go faster? Where do you see the landscape shifting in your favor and therefore in the sustainable IT area going forward?
Yes, so I think that this decade itself, right? So we have this conference here. We know this is a decade of action and of climate action, and this is why I'm happy that we're in this decade finally. So this in general, the movement is changes and brings us closer. What we looking forward and how we can accelerate that is through people itself. So through a shift in mindset which everybody actually should have, that you can do the right thing and it can be profitable, or it should actually help yourself and not doing the bad thing, harming yourself. And yes, investment helps us to scale. That's one thing. Reach is the other one. So I'm really looking forward to a potential partnership with We Don't Have Time also next year. Right. This would be really, really good. And on the other side, I think it's the people. At the end, there is no business to business. There's no business to consumer. It's always human to human. And I think if the right connected person in the organization, but also in the network, in the community, then we can achieve what we want to.
And just lastly, I mean, you start off with a certain number of the business phrases, markets, countries where you're operating in. You've expanded, I think, recently into the Nordic region. Is that right?
Yes, correct. So we're really happy and a little bit bad that we did that already earlier, because we know the Nordics, especially Sweden, is far ahead on the mindset of sustainability. And this is why I'm really happy that 2 months ago we entered the market. We're going to announce a bigger thing coming in January and February. And yeah, so I love going there, grew up my network. I actually proposed to my wife in Stockholm
Wow.
so many years ago. So I have a really good deep connection to Sweden. Yes, indeed.
So Sacha, last question really. You know, we were broadcasting, and in fact, indeed, you were on one of our shows from the UN Climate Conference in Glasgow, and we took the numbers that had been issued by the International Monetary Fund, so rigorous numbers on the number of dollars being spent around the world by governments on fossil fuel subsidies, I think as a way of shocking people how much was actually being spent. And we had this counter running up through Glasgow. We've now got a new counter on how much governments are spending on fossil fuel subsidies, which is since Glasgow. And it's, I don't know, we can see it over here, yeah. It's now, even since we started this morning, it's gone up here. It's now at $582 billion and more and counting. I mean, that's a lot of money, and it could do a lot for a lot of people, do a lot of good. I mean, I think the time has come to face it. We need to phase out, phase down, phase out, whatever the term is, fossil fuel subsidies. Is a level playing field, Sacha.
Look, I fully agree. Sorry, my language. I think it's nuts that we keep on doing that, and then don't come up with money to actually help all those solutions we have, but keeping on subsidizing that. I know it's not so easy. It should be easy, not always easy, because also, for instance, African countries, etc., which have not the same opportunity as richer countries in Europe or in the Western part of the world. But yeah, we should absolutely phase that out, not just down. You're right, and I think that, I mean, there was a huge campaign by the UN, and also we don't have time. Why don't choose extinction? Why are we keep on choosing extinction? Right. So yes, I can only support that. And one thing that should accelerate that is a real CO2 tax on all the aspects, and not just $20 or $50. Should be everybody that has a lot of CO2 contribution should pay for that. Yeah, a real proper price on carbon. Yeah. Thank you very much indeed, Sacha, for your time. I hope it all goes well here at NOAA, and you get what you need to go further and faster. Thank you so much, Nick.